Evening, everybody. Icy here. Let's talk about a couple of things, and I won't hold you up too long. Has anyone noticed the massive number of accidents that have been happening around the country since Joe Biden has taken office? I mean, tractor-trailer accidents, train derailments. Look at what's going on in the airline industry with Boeing. I mean, good example is Boeing. I mean, they had two whistleblowers that work for Boeing. They're both dead from unknown reasons. Baloney. I say that Clinton sided them because, as everybody knows, the Clintons are suspected of being behind the deaths of over 100 people. But that's not part of this discussion today. But we have ICE arresting currently 171 illegals in various locations that were threats to persons within the United States. You have, I don't know how many colleges are facing protesters now for this pro-Hamas garbage, pro-Palestine. Palestine is a tribe. It's never been a nation. It's always been a tribe. You know, like the Sioux or the Sunni or the Hoot. They're a tribe. But these people, singing that crap, the river to the sea. Well, in order for Palestine to exist in their mind, to make it a reality, you actually have to destroy the nation of Israel. It cannot stand if you're going to insert a nation of Palestine, such that these people are screaming. So we have these college students that are all screaming pro-Palestine slogans. They're saying that, some of these kids are saying that they are Hamas. Okay, well, in my opinion, this is how we handle the situation. If you are a college student and you are protesting for Palestine and for being in favor of Hamas, you're expelled from the college because you're a danger to the rest of the college community. Also, you should be arrested because under the U.S. Terrorism Act, you are a threat to the United States because you openly admit that you support terrorists. So you're a threat, so you should be arrested. And since you want to brag about how great Hamas and Palestine is, your citizenship should be revoked and you should be shipped out of the United States. Quickest way possible. Now, for those persons that are on these campuses protesting and are not students, minimum 10 years in prison. Minimum. Because they are a threat not just to the immediate community, but they are an unknown threat to the citizens of the United States, because these people are protesting in favor of a terrorist organization. So also, once their 10 years in prison is done, then you ship them out of the country. And if they were not citizens, it's not an issue. If they were citizens, revoke their citizenship, no longer allowed back in the United States. That's my opinion. I know it's kind of harsh, but harsh times call for harsh punishments. These people are attacking the Jewish kids just for going to school. These kids that are Jewish paid just as much money to attend the college as anyone else. And if you're intentionally preventing them from walking safely on the campus, attending class, then you are a threat to the nation because nobody can trust you. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You're not trustworthy. And also, oh, come on, give me a break. Did you see some of the demands these idiots are asking for? Plan B pills because they don't want to get pregnant while they're banging their, playing train in the buildings while protesting. Give me a break. This is stupid. Go in, gather their butts up, throw them in jail, treat them like the people on January 6th were treated, and see how that goes. And with that in mind, you also have to take into account the various companies that are being, I won't say so much threatened, but talked about in regards to the divestment of Israel and stuff. Colleges need to stand up to the students and tell the students no. These investors of the colleges need to tell the colleges no. Either you get your act in gear, your house in order, or we'll pull our funding. Each of the, 4 of the top major universities, Columbia, Harvard, Yale, they're getting over $500 million a year from the federal government. What for? Harvard's got over $42 billion sitting in endowments in a bank somewhere. Maybe it's time for these colleges to pay their own way, force them to reduce the cost for the students. I'd say put a cap on it. Each year $15,000. I mean, that's not too bad. It still puts them at $60,000 for a 4-year degree. But to make it a little easier for them at $60,000, the college professors cannot demand students purchase books to take a class. A lot of these college professors publish their books and then they expect the students to buy them, putting money in their pocket. The college professors are already getting paid to teach. So if they have 100 books, put them in the classroom, each student signs out a book, returns it after use. Instead of paying money to these professors that are basically radicalizing some of these students. I mean, how many of these college professors just recently got arrested when they busted up some of these universities? When you got a professor or an administrator or a teacher involved in the protest, they need to lose their jobs. Period. That is not their purpose in life. That is not why they were hired. That is not what they are supposed to do. They're hired to educate the kids and teach them a subject. That's it. So, we got that going on. What else is going on? Let's see. Did you know there is no federal law that prevents illegals from attending a U.S. college? Ain't that nice? So now you got 20 million illegals that are coming in here. Recent polls shows that almost 2% of the illegals coming into this country wind up attending a U.S. college. Now here's a question for you. Who the heck is paying for it? You are. I am. The taxpayers are. Because these people are illegals. They're not supposed to be here in the first place. Number one, coming here illegally is a crime. That means they're criminals. Criminals are not supposed to attain college degrees at the expense of the taxpayers. So I'm hoping, and I'm going to make this part political, sorry people, but I'm hoping that President Trump gets reelected. I'm hoping that Republicans take the House and the Senate by majorities large enough to prevent Democrats from causing any problems. And we need to do certain things in order to rectify this country. And we have to fix the education system first and foremost, because kids in a third world country out in Asia know more about U.S. history than U.S. students do. I've seen it. I've spoken to them. These kids are overly intelligent, and our students here, even the ones in college, are not intelligent whatsoever. So we have to impose standards. You get your high school diploma unless you pass a U.S. citizenship test and a U.S. civics test. You don't pass, you don't get your diploma. You might as well go ahead and try for a trade school, because that's the only thing you're going to be qualified for, because you don't have the intelligence to go to a college. Also, colleges are required to teach history again, and you cannot get your diploma from a college unless you also pass civics and citizenship test. It's time for us to put the needs of the nation above the needs of these people that are brain dead. ICY out.